One of the most common reasons that people come to me for career coaching is that they feel that their career has hit something of a plateau. At one point they were doing really well, they were a rising star, their career was on fire, they were very fulfilled and very clear about what they were doing, and they were getting promoted and well looked after and so on. However, as time has passed, perhaps things have slowed down and become a little bit more stale, and they have a sense that they're at something of a career crossroads where the direction forward in their career seems to be less clear. Perhaps also that there's just a niggling feeling that all is not well, and it's quite difficult to articulate exactly what that's all about, let alone know what to do about it. So this is the first of a two-part video series where we'll be talking about career plateaus. And in this first video, we'll be talking about what are the signs that maybe your career has hit a plateau and the reasons why that might be the case. And then in the second video, we'll talk about, well, what can you do about it? Hello, my name is Stephen Wright. I'm a career coach here at Career Mentor, and we help high-performing financial services professionals make their next smart career move. So the first way in which you might realize that your career has hit a plateau is around promotion, progress, pay, and recognition. If it is that you are stuck at a certain level of rank within your business, let's say you're an ED and you're finding it difficult to get to managing director, that may be a sign that your career has plateaued, especially if the management team really aren't getting behind you to get you over that line and get you that promotion. It might also be that when it comes to bonus time, you don't feel that your manager has really gone the extra mile to look after you as well as they might do, no matter how well the business is doing. And furthermore, the feedback that you're getting, whether it be general feedback or more specifically in your annual appraisal, is not quite as fulsome and encouraging as it once was. So those might be signs that your career has plateaued. The second thing to think about is that there may be no movement above you. So the senior management team have settled in, they're not going anywhere, and therefore there is no upward movement for people within the business, and that includes you. So that might be a sign that your career is plateaued and you're kind of stuck where you are. There may be another thing to think about here, and that is what I call career inertia. A management team may see that you're doing a good or at least adequate job in your place in the value chain, and they don't want to change things up because there's a lot of things that they need to do around that, not least recruit somebody to fill the spot that you've left. So they just want to keep things as stable as possible and keep you in the place that you're in, hence the idea of inertia. So those might be reasons that you are stuck and that you are in a plateau. The third thing to think about is that the business that you're in is not in growth. So you may have joined the business when it was in growth, in that part of its corporate life cycle. Things were exciting, things were expanding, people were being recruited, and there were boundless opportunities to take more responsibility and to get promotion. However, things might have slowed up. The business might have moved into a different part of the corporate life cycle where there just isn't that forward momentum anymore. In fact, it might have gone through the period of prime into decline, and so things are in fact shrinking. All the more reason why your career is not going to be moving forward. It might even go further than that, so that the business that you're in is in a sector where there's not just cyclical downturn, but you're in a systemic downturn in that whole business. So you might want to think about whether that is affecting you or not. The fourth reason that you might have hit a career plateau is that when you got hired, you had a very specific set of skills and abilities to add value, and that they needed those skills and experience so that you could take your part in the value chain of the business. However, as time has passed, you may not have been keeping your skills relevant to what the business needs. As things have changed around you, you haven't done further training, you haven't got further qualifications. And all of that might be compounded by the fact that the skill set that you have has become less relevant than it was because of changes in the regulatory environment or the opportunities afforded by technology and what technology can do for the business instead of what you can do. So skill set is an important thing to think about. The final one is that you may just be bored and you may have lost your mojo. At one point you were on fire, you had that spark, you had that drive to excel, but just over time doing the same thing day in, day out, maybe you've lost your drive because you've been doing the same thing for so long. And so have a think about whether you really do bring that fire in the belly every working day, and is it the same now as it was perhaps a few years ago? All of those are considerations that will help you understand if you might have hit a career plateau. So if any of this resonates, then please do get in touch if you want to have a conversation with me. You can find my contact details in the LinkedIn profile that I have in the contact info section, and it'd be great to have a free 30-minute chat about what's going on with you. Look out for the second video that will follow this, where we'll talk about, okay, so maybe I am in a career plateau. What are the actions that I can take to move things forward, to find the direction, to find a more fulfilling way of adding value to a business, so that I get that mojo back, so I get all that excitement and fun back as well. I hope they found this useful. Please do feel free to like this and share this with somebody who may find it useful. And thanks very much.